Hey Minecraft, Callum here. Today I'll be showing you how to make a Sahara Now in Minecraft. So before we start, I'm going to show you all the 3 designs I came up with before coming up with this final design, which I'll be showing you how to build. So the first design is the original design I came up with, and is the very first video on this YouTube channel ever. It has an Exio button and the Acceptio button, so you can pick up the box. It also comes with an item filter for a payment box. Then after I published that video, I came up with this design, like 5 minutes after I just published that video. Then after that, I smashed my head into my desk because I wanted to do this one instead. So this design, it's pretty good. It's a bit clunky, and it still has the slime blocks in the old design. But the only problem with this design is that every time, most of the time, whenever you press the Acceptio button, this would happen. The shulker box would just drop from the top after being phased through this block and landing in this space here. So you'd have to press the button again just to push it the extra way to get the box. It does come with the item filter for the payment box though, which is nice. And then after that one, I made this design. It's a little bigger, but it eliminates the need for any slime blocks. And the great thing about this is that we don't have the crazy shulker box getting stuck action. It always gets accepted. So this is the one I'll be showing you how to build. So to start, what we'll need to make the classic Sahara shape. So take your building block and make 3 circles like this. Then you can add a floor. And just add a roof. And once you're done with that, we can start doing the redstone. So the first thing we're going to sort out is adding the barrels. So let's just put barrels right here. And then we'll move on to the shulker box placing. So we'll need a hopper, a dropper, dispenser, redstone lamp, wooden button, make sure it's wooden. We'll also need an observer, sticky piston, redstone block, and redstone dust. So what you want to do first is you want to place the dropper facing upwards 1 block away from the middle arch, place a hopper facing into that, and have a dispenser facing to the hole. Then you want to add redstone lamps to the side, and have observers facing up. Then what you need to do next is place redstone lamps on top of that. Place redstone dust here. And place a sticky piston next to it. Then we'll place a sticky piston here. Take a slab and place it under the sticky piston. Once you're done with that, we need to take our observers again. And we need to face them out. So place 2 observers facing out, then 1 observer facing here, then another observer facing here. Take a block, place it here, take a sticky piston and a redstone block, place 1 here and 1 here, then place an observer here so it's facing up, detecting this one. Place another sticky piston here, break a hole there, place a redstone block here. That's the first part of the machine done. Now what we need to do is we need to actually power the dispenser. So let's just cover this up. We'll take our dark oak button, place 1 here and 1 here. Make sure they're wooden because they stay on for longer than stone buttons, which will stop this hopper taking items out of our shulker boxes. Next, what we need to do is we need to take our concrete, or your building block, take a redstone dust, take a repeater, and if you want, you can take an emerald block and an oak block. Completely optional. Next, what we need to do is we need to place a redstone block here, and replace the redstone block after it gets 1 ticked. And then we place our concrete here, go 1 up, place redstone dust there, and make this shape. Now here is optional. You can use a note block instead if you want, so it plays a sound when it places a shulker box, but that's optional. I'm going to do it. Place repeaters from this block here. Put them all on maximum delay. And that's the first part of the machine completely done. So all we need to do now is test it. Right. Great. Now what we should do is we should add an iron trapdoor here. So that'll close every time you press the button. Next, what we need to do is let's just clear some space around these redstone bits, so that we have some space to work with. Now that's done, we want to take our hopper, face one into the wall, and have one face here as well. Then we need to take some droppers and place 3 leading up to it. So 1, 2, 3. Make sure they're all facing towards the barrel. And make sure to have it go under the floor, because it will get in the way of some redstone later. Alright, once that's done, we need to take another building block. I'll use white concrete. Take redstone dust, a redstone torch, and a redstone repeater. Place the block right under the redstone block here, and place redstone dust on top of that. Have a repeater face this way, into a block, and put a torch here. Place a block on top of the redstone torch, and then have 3 blocks out of there facing towards this hopper. Place a repeater here, and place some redstone dust here. This will lock the hopper, stopping this hopper from taking it and just putting it right into the collect shulker barrel. We don't want that happening. Next, what we need to do is we need to take another building block. Just to sort it out, you don't have to do this. Place redstone dust here, and the same thing again. Have it face into a block, place a redstone torch here, a block on top of the redstone torch, and face it towards this hopper with the redstone repeater. This will lock this hopper, so that only when we press the collect shulker, only when we press the accept deal button, only then will it take it. Now what we need to do is we need to make sure that the shulker box will actually get into the barrel. So what we need to do now is take a comparator, sticky piston, and an observer. Place the sticky piston here. Place a comparator reading this dropper. Then you want to place an observer facing this way, and then an observer facing towards the comparator. So now you'll see that whenever an item gets put in here, it's instantly sent up straight to this barrel, very fast. Now what we need to do is we need to sort out the item filter for this barrel. So we'll take a hopper, make sure to face the hopper into the block, otherwise the item filter won't work. Take your building block, and have a comparator read this hopper. Make sure to put redstone dust on top of these blocks. And then, once you're done with this, place a repeater here, facing into the block. And then place a redstone torch right outside of that block. Next, what we need to do is we need to take named item. So take an anvil, take any stackable item, and name them whatever you want. I'm gonna call this diamond filter. And then fill this hopper so that it's so that there is 5 in each of these, and put a 6th one in the end. Place 2 diamonds in this first one. Once you're done with that, take your barrel, break this block, and place a hopper facing here. Great. Now this will completely filter diamonds, and only diamonds. So if you place some diamonds in there, place some dirt, it won't take it. Great, it's working. Once you're done with this, all you have to do is just cover all your redstone up. And you can cover it up to keep everything looking pretty. After that, you're completely done with the Sahara Now. Now, just to test it, we'll take a shulker box and completely fill it with junk. Let's just fill it with diamonds, dirt, shulker shells. And the maximum amount that this shop can hold is 18 shulker boxes. Make sure to, if you want to do that, fill this dispenser and this dropper completely. But never fill this hopper. I repeat, don't fill it. Otherwise, whenever you press the button, you'll get 2 shulker boxes coming into the collect shulker box, and we don't want that happening. So once we're done with that, all we have to do is test it. So actually, you can take some concrete, lime concrete and red concrete. Place the lime here, red concrete here. Take the wood buttons. Place them here. So this will be the next steel button. Great, it places the box and the items don't fall out. Then you can press this button to accept the deal. And it's instantly put into here. Still a bit of a delay, but it's quick enough. And a barrel that will only accept diamonds as a payment option. Of course, you can replace the diamonds with something else if you have a different currency in your world. But that's about it. This is your new Sahara Now shop. So, I hope you enjoyed learning how to make a Sahara Now in Minecraft, a much more accurate one to my original design. And it works a lot better instead of having to walk into the wall just to get your shulker box. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you really loved it, do consider subscribing. Well, that's all from me for now. I'll see you next time.